Good morning.
Morning.
We're walking and talking this morning because we're running late. We are on our way to Casa Milà or La Pedra. This is our first stop as we explore the Eixample. It was a purpose-built expansion, and that's what Eixample means, the expansion. And I'll explain a bit more about the history and some of the design things later, but we're in for a real treat today. So join us as we explore the Eixample.
After hurrying our way through the streets of Barcelona, we made it to Casa Milà.
Thank you. Right from the get-go, Casa Milà is promising good things. In our timeline, this is actually our third Gaudí building this visit, but for you guys it's the first, and I can guarantee we're off to a good start for you guys. Have you been to a Gaudí building? Let us know in the comments below where you went and what you enjoyed. We're on a lift, aren't we, Phil?
Yep.
How many floors?
7th floor, and then we're going to go up some stairs.
I think it's downstairs. She said 6 floors is the apartment. Anyhow, we'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah.
But this is a good way to start the tour.
Yeah, not going up the stairs, we'll walk out and make our way down the stairs, it'll be nice.
You'll have to excuse Phil's voice. He's got a bit of a sore throat and a cold brewing, so we need to get on top of that. Looking out of the apartment. Some of the rooms in the apartment are dressed as rooms that we use. This one, the sewing room. Check out this doll's house. What you cooking me for dinner?
I don't know.
I wonder what you do with that pot.
It's a coffee boil, it's a pressure cooker.
Oh, pressure cooker.
How do I wash up the that too?
That's shallow.
Yeah, because it don't start on.
It does look like a very basic setup, doesn't it?
Yeah, good fixing. I know it is here.
We didn't get the audio tour for this guide tour, so we're going a bit blind. Making up the stories as we go along, aren't we, Phil? Yeah. I think we've come into the main part of the house now, living area. Definitely a bit flasher than the last one. This house was owned by the Millers, and they commissioned Gaudí to renovate their place. If I'm correct, this is the one that they pulled the facade off, and Gaudí went to town with the facade. Check out that balcony work. It's almost like a smoker's corner type thing. Bust of a Mila woman and maybe a Mila baby. Nursery of sorts with an ensuite. This is the ensuite. See how it changes colour on the way down? This is just a vaulted attic. How amazing. Oh yeah. And this part of the attic is a quite detailed and informative display about the building. I love the lines in the roof of the attic of Casa Milà. Absolutely stunning brickwork. Bricks aren't that wide, really. About that much of my finger is the width of the bricks. Articles of nature that inspired Gaudí. On a previous visit to Barcelona, we did actually do the Gaudí house at Parc. In that house, there's lots of examples of his furniture. There are stairs up to the roof terrace, but with Phil not feeling well and our knees feeling a bit worse for wear, we're going to take the lift. La Pedra means quarry of stone. The side of Casa Milà, overlooking all these other courtyards Just a little maze of a village of courtyards. This was part of the architect's plan when he planned the Eixample, was that they would have these courtyards where people would live and do life. And over in the background, I don't know if you can see it, but the majestic Sagrada Familia.
Those chimneys almost look like knights with shields up.
They do, because quite often knights' shields are quite ornate and individual. And also they look like they're standing sentinel, watching and guarding the Milà family. Looking down into the central atrium area. You can see it getting darker. Hopefully that shows up. A few other towers. Montjuic over there in the distance. You can catch that video also. Looking back through one of the arches, looking out onto the facade of the street. It's a very amazing building. Gaudí's mind is brilliant.
The drainage, he's thought so much better than water.
Yeah.
Funnels down through gullies and channels, it's amazing.
And they're not boring gutters either. In true Gaudí style, nothing is at a 90-degree angle.
No square edges.
No. See why Casa Mila's roof is closed in the wet. These tiles would get very slippery. And just when you think you've seen it all, you find another little bit. Really is an extraordinary mind that created this place. So, in your opinion, is Gaudí a genius or a madman? Definitely got some amazing thought processes, but to have created as much as he created in his lifetime, and he really didn't get started till mid-20s, died at 84 in a tram accident. He was prolific in his creativity and his use of tile and glass and shapes inspired by God's creation was just amazing. Even like, this is not just a chimney with a nice top, but there's so much detail. It's got lines that move, beautiful top on it, graffiti, because you know there's always drop kicks around, and then even this one in stone across the way. Part of the design of the Eixample was that when the architect, whose name I've forgotten, would do an intersection, because it's on a grid pattern, he made the intersections, he cut the corners off all of the buildings so that you ended up with this big wide boulevardy area, and it opens up those corners so you don't feel like you're coming into nothing, but it almost makes crossing the road a bit of an event. This is the lift to go down. Courtyard, again another open area, lots of airflow, which you need in Spain in the summer. Look at that artwork on that roof. There are 2 tenants that occupy this building. Got to give them props for dealing with people, because Casa Milà does do night tours as well. But this is stunning bit of artwork. We've just finished Casa Milà, or La Pedra. What do you think?
Oh, amazing again.
Yeah.
He just does amazing stuff in that particular building.
Yeah, this is one of his earlier works, and the Milà family put their trust in a very, very amazing person, considering he wasn't well known at the time. And it's an amazing building. Had a great time. Love his use of colour and shape and movement in everything, as you can tell by the video. So this might be a controversial statement, but I think the Spanish make better bread than the French. Take it down to the comments below if you disagree or if you agree or if you don't know. But I must admit, a baguette I can go without, but this stuff's pretty good. February in Barcelona.
These Gaudí design pavers were designed for Casa Balto but got repurposed here.
Some more interesting facts about the Eixample design each of the buildings was intentionally built with the bottom floor was for retail and business. The first floor was usually the owner of the building or people who had money, and then the upper floors were usually for people who needed somewhere to live. Typical early 20th century design, where the roof height of the richer are bigger and the roof height of the everyday man's flats are a bit lower. This is Passeig de Gràcia, the main walking thoroughfare of the Eixample area. So this is a really wide street, and we're just about to come down to the area known as the Row of Discord. The Gaudí Casa Milà, which is actually built by a chocolatier. And an interesting thing about this house, if you look, there's A's all throughout. This was built by a different architect. I'll put his name on the screen now. But you've got it peaked into an A. You've got A's in the two window facades. You've got A's just paying homage everywhere on that building. Then there's a couple that aren't quite so ornate and one a bit further down, which we'll have a look at when we get down there. The Gaudí house, if you look at the outside, some say the verandas look like Venetian masks. Others say it's a bug's eye. And then when we get up to the roof, we've got reptile scales paying homage to St. George and the Dragon. Stunning. When you look at Casa Balto's balconies, what do you see? Let us know in the comments below. Have a chat. Let us know what you think of the Gaudí buildings. We are visiting in mid-February, and it's a Sunday today that we're doing our little walk around. So it's probably 11 o'clock by now, and the crowds aren't too unbearable, and you're getting lots of time to spend with the buildings without too much crowds. And we've been lucky enough to get a seat every time we've wanted to have a rest near one of these amazing buildings. This is the last building on the block of Discord. I can't see what it's called. Hopefully Google will tell me. And then if we widen out, this side. Exiting the metro, we just walk on through. How elaborate are these lights? Phil just noticed this artwork of Charlie Chaplin. There's 3 doors. He looks like he's proposing in that one, and they look like they're up to mischief in this one. I'm having a bit of a Gaudí run. We come and have a look at the outside of the Casa Vicens, the first house. You can tour this house for €22, but we've done enough Gaudí, I think, this trip. It's very, very right angles. This area that we're in almost feels a bit more suburban, doesn't it? A little less touristy Barcelona, hey? This part of Barcelona was not on our itinerary at all to visit. They definitely use their shutters on their shops for artwork. It's either graffiti or really great art. Another florist. They're big on their florists in Barcelona. How cute is this? We've come down to the Arc de Triomf in the afternoon, catching it in the afternoon sun. To be honest, as I said this morning, Phil wasn't feeling well, so he had a sleep and we had a bit of a rest. So we've come out to see a couple more things tonight before the day goes out. It was built in 1888 for the World Expo, and we're going to grab a coffee and then we're going to go for a wander. You know when they're not supposed to be here, when they pack up when there's a sniff of trouble. Don't buy from these guys, it's actually illegal to buy from these guys. How impressive is this place? Another couple of months you won't be able to see it from this position because it'll be hidden by all the beautiful trees that line the path. We're going to cross the road.
Park.
This is Parc Ciutadella. We've just walked down from the Arc de Triomf and we've entered the Parc de la Ciutadella. We're going to have a look around here. This was on my list for Monday or Tuesday. I guess we're not doing that then, we're doing it now. How you feeling, Phil?
Yeah, good.
Much better for a bit of a
Bit of a
rest?
rest, yeah.
So it's a lovely evening. It feels like half of Barcelona's here with us, but that's okay. All good. But check out these big lizards with the dragon, dragons, and these are the dragons, I'm guessing. What were you saying this one feels like?
Tourist gardens
In Paris.
yeah.
And we're just about to go into a greenhouse, and Phil made another observation. Before I show you a hint of what we're looking at, what did you say was different about this compared to the ones we've seen in France?
Well, they're steel in France, but it's brick and steel here.
Yeah, it's a little bit different here. We'll give you a look.
Beautiful park, isn't it?
It's a great park. This is a new discovery for both of us in Barcelona. Neither of us have been to this park before, so hopefully we'll see a fair bit of it before the sun goes down and access gets cut, if it gets cut. That seems to be the same plant.
Trying to resurrect the species, isn't it?
Probably. Oh wow, the sky colour on the camera is great.
Yeah, it's starting to get pink.
We seem to have come to the end of the park and found the Zoo de Barcelona. we go, and we've arrived at the Parliament de Catalunya. It is a massive building. I'm sorry, Buckingham Palace, but I think it rivals you for a facade. What do you reckon? Let us know in the comments below. Phil's just informed me that it's 25 to 7 and the sun is just starting to go down. Phil's checking out dinner options and transport options and all that sort of thing. We're going to meander down another path and see what we can see on the way out of the park. But Phil, did we make a good choice?
We did. It was a lovely afternoon walking in the park, wasn't it?
It was.
It's quite amazing. A lot of people out enjoying it.
Yeah, it's a great Sunday afternoon. We saw lots of families kicking soccer balls with their little ones. Phil reckons they're vultures. He's having a moment of comedic relief, he reckons. Lights are starting to become really effective. End of the day. That's a big row for him. What do you think?
So beautiful. Such a beautiful park.
It is. And this is what I knew. There was something big in the park and we found it. We've just got to figure out what it's called. Can you help us out, little matey? If I had have thought to actually look, knowing in my gut there was something like this, we probably should have come here first. My gut was to head on this side of the park, but we didn't. The sun is set, so I guess we're pretty much set for tonight. Thanks for joining us on our wander around the Eixample, a little bit extra actually as well. I hope you've enjoyed the park as much as we have. What was your favourite bit today?
Oh, so much to see. We did the Gaudí building this morning, and then we walked on the Eixample, and the park here is quite amazing. That's been quite nice.
It's been quite a lovely way to spend the evening. Probably the latest we've been out all holidays.
We really are not night people anymore, aren't we?
No, we're not. This video will probably come out earlier than we filmed it because we're going to do the Barcelona series before the cruise. We hope you've enjoyed today. If you have and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button because, as I said, this is part of 2 series in the one trip.
Like this video, please.
It encourages us to keep going. As always, thanks for joining us. Travel brilliantly. Bye. Solo pizza. If you're looking for a place to eat in Barcelona, it's a little bit of Rome, that's your place. And we invite you to check out this video here where we explore the Gothic Quarter if you're looking for more about Barcelona.